Travis, my good soul. So, the problem I encountered yesterday with the mouse was a driver update requirement, and in so doing it also updated the audio, and so you can hear the background better. So that's bad for me. Just another reason why I need to get the hell out of here as quick as possible. So, yesterday I found a video by a channel that I had high hopes for. It's a ex-Mormon, critical Mormon channel, and playing around with the internet today. See, what they do is they drop my internet service here at the shelter, and that exposes my IP address, and thus they are able to tamper with my computer after that. And so they just are not leaving me alone today. Another reason why I need to get the hell out of here. But that's a different video topic. We're trying to talk about Joseph Smith walking on water. And so I'm very frustrated with Mormons, because Mormons will hear this and they'll make excuses for Joseph. Well, he's still a prophet of God, I trust him, blah, blah, blah. Who cares about this incident? Doesn't affect my testimony one way or the other. Even though you don't have a testimony, you have a faith. We call it spiritual witness. And then ex-Mormons, they go, yeah, I knew it. Joseph Smith is a fraud. The whole thing is a fraud. Yeah. And I just bang my head going, dear God, guys, nobody is smart. I mean, literally, yeah. I shut it off. Go away. And so he did a video, I'm assuming it's a he, and I'm not even going to attempt to list all the different pronoun possibilities. I warn you guys, and you don't listen to me. Just history is being repeated, and you should be scared and terrified. Go away. And so he got this from one and only one source, and it's an affidavit of J.F. Goldsmith. First problem: affidavits in the 1800s, 1700s, 1600s are worthless. You can't rely on a case of people's witness statements. Even in our day, you can't do it. It's done, isn't it? But you can't. Innocent people get locked up, and the guilty go free. This is how horrifying witness statements are. My parents threw me down the river with their lies of witness statements back in 2008. And they got their witness statements from the police who lied to them. And so the circulation of lies to keep me indefinitely detained was how it was done here in Utah. If the few of you who've watched that video, which I still think is my main homepage video. And so that's the first problem. And ex-Mormons, shame on you for trusting these kinds of claims about Joseph Smith. His being a polygamist is also based on this kind of nonsense. Don't show this ever again. Go away. Joseph Smith was not a practicing polygamist. Those are the facts. Brigham Young and his Danites were the polygamists. They framed Joseph. They falsely accused Joseph so that they could do it. And you guys don't do your research. You don't care to do your research because you've got your spiritual witness just like Mormons do, and you know the truth now, and that's all and done with it. So you can tell I'm a little pissed right now, as it's not helping me with the attacks that I'm under right now. And so the next problem is that, same with polygamy, it's dated 8th of May, 1885. When did Joseph die? 1844. We're looking at 41 years later. And it's not even the guy. It's the son of the guy. And so it's even worse. It's secondhand information. It's hearsay secondhand information. And it's 40 years after the event that supposedly took place. This is just awful. But this is what's done to Joseph. You have all these people who were forced to go with Brigham, or chose to go with Brigham, because they are willing participants in his crimes. And after Brigham Young makes public statements about things, other people start writing them in their journal. Oh, I remember Joseph had an angel with wings and a flaming sword demanding he practice polygamy immediately. Yeah, that whole story? Fraud. It wasn't in historical records until after Brigham Young in 1851 came out and said we're practicing polygamy openly. Dear God. Hope he's okay. And it's a situation here where you can't trust this guy's statement. Joseph isn't around to defend himself. The father isn't even around to verify what the son said. It's just this guy is making a claim and there's no backing for any of it. And so this is a worthless video that this guy did. And so yeah, it's about Joseph walking on water. Sort of. He doesn't actually. The guy claims that Joseph Smith was sabotaged, the plank was pulled out, and so Joseph fell in the water, and then he blamed the audience for not having faith. I don't believe any of this. You shouldn't either. And yet, he did. He did the video. He trusted this nonsense. Nobody in their right mind would ever trust this nonsense. And yet people do. And Mormons will trust it, but apologize for it to justify Joseph still being true. And ex-Mormons, yeah, they trust it. They'll do videos repeating the misinformation for everybody. That's why my videos you must watch. I do original research on church history. I don't rely on this nonsense. I even teach you how not to rely on this nonsense and how to do first-hand research for yourself. And you don't listen, do you? I still get people who link me to other nonsense persons, because I did that video the other night too. Dear God. And people asking me, what do you think about this guy? What do you think about this statement? What do you think about this? What about this? Go away. Listen to me. Seek to understand before thinking you're going to catch me in something that I don't know. I know. I did the research. Everything you can come up with. Joseph Smith talking to the elders about marrying the Indians in polygamy? No, he didn't. I have the document. I made sure. I did the fact-checking. I didn't rely on what other people told me to believe on that. Dear God. So just stop. Please. Both of you. Stop.